No, I made a video saying you don't want Michael the Archangel to get involved. I remember killing 185,000 people at one time. Way more difficult than this. The 185,000 that I killed at that time didn't have the same avenues to get to you. There was no thought process that I'm going to live forever. There was no thought process I can eat this and preserve my life. There was no thought process of I must manifest something. Like all the weird thoughts you guys have wasn't in them. It was simple war. You're going against Israel. Now, the reputation for Israel was their God is different. It's you don't go against Israel. You just no one's ever won ever that went against Israel. Unless you catch them off guard where they pissed off their God, and then you might win. But like if they're with their God, you're not gonna win. So it was fairly simple because it was me just standing there, and I walked through their camp as one of them, saw everything that was going on. Who are you and where are you from? It's just passing through, looking around, surveying, looked at everything, and it's like, okay, just passing through. Some people raised up, like their fists were moving like they were gonna swing, they were grabbing swords and things like that, and I saw them not able to actually move. And other people saw that too, and they were like, who is this guy? One person just walked through our entire camp. And I told him, well, there's this king that I'm fleeing. He is gathering his army right now. Like I'm doing all the groundwork before Israel even like shows up. It was with Gideon. You guys have read about it, right? So I'm doing all the groundwork, and I'm sitting there going through tents and things like that, and just there's this war and all this, and I'm sitting there actually preaching at the same time, angel of the Lord. So, and you guys are going against the Israelites. What are you guys like thinking? Have you heard about the Israelites? Like I've heard about the God of Israel. I'm pretending not to be God at the same exact time. I've heard about their God. He's responsible for that Exodus, and you guys have heard about like these Israelites, and they're like God's people. Like I don't know. Like I got a hoodie up, and I'm just sitting there. I probably wouldn't, but I mean, you guys are really camped around, and you guys are trying to really do that. And Hezekiah, he already prayed. I heard from somebody else that like God heard Hezekiah's prayers. And Hezekiah was told by God that he was gonna die, and then God said, "Okay, now you're not." Like, there's a whole thing that you guys are about to get into, I guess. I mean, I just got to get to Assyria, so I'm just walking through, but I just stopped for no reason, right? I'm laughing the entire time, seriously, because I'm sitting there like, I have this aura that it's fearful. to even approach me. Like people are sitting there and just like, this dude is scary, but he's just standing there talking like God, right? I'm sitting there. Okay. And you guys are gonna go against Israel. Okay. All right. So I looked at it from the perspective of, okay, back then and then what you guys are doing now. And it's, well, let me tell you how I'm gonna start. First of all, if you're the devil's vessel, then I'm gonna break you down slowly. I'm gonna remind you of every single thing that you've ever done. You'll sit there wallowing in that shame and that despair because all of the people that you've hurt is going to come into your mind, and then you're going to be trapped in that. From there, you're barely going to be able to move. If you drink or smoke meth or something, you get all kinds of what do they call it, meth gay or angrily violent. I'm going to stop you right in your tracks real fast with one word, which will be calm down. Because you won't be able to. Because you're going to be thinking about this girl or this guy that you already fucked up your entire relationship with. So from there, you're already focused on that. And you're going to be crying and hoping somebody gives you some type of thought process that they should be kind to you or give you another chance, which is not going to happen. So then you're stuck in that. So you're stuck in your addiction, your thought process, your depression, and your mental illness. So you're already done from right there. Then what you're actually going to do is try and walk, but you can't, because you don't have the strength to actually have a mindset where you're actually going to do something that's actually going to help you. It's just going to be another stumbling step. Mate, it's a quick and your throat is cut. Now you're bleeding out. Now all your spirit and your confidence and everything is just bleeding to the floor. And I'm standing there and once you hit the ground, then I'm just sitting there, okay, that one bit the dust. The next one that was connected to you, I'm already like, well, the Lord decreed that you had a problem with him, and now he's solving it with you, so, I mean, I'll be playful with you. Do you want to play chess? Then I'll sit there maybe 3 or 4 years and just, all right, check. Been here the entire time. All right. Castle move this way. Bishop here. Pawn here. So you thought you won for a second. Now here's the knight. Knight moves this way. Took your bishop. Now what? Okay. Now, what's your next move? Which I've already seen because I'm thinking like 7 steps ahead. It's just kind of war, you know? It's this thing called war. It takes strategy. So then I'm thinking about your entire family and how I'm going to hit not just you, but I'm going to use you to hit your family one at a time based on the next moves that you actually make. It's kind of pretty fearful when you fall into the hands of the living God. So the entire time I'm sitting there like a trebuchet that throws those rocks that fly and they're full of fire or something like. I don't do that. I'm usually up close and personal, right next to you, and dictating everything that happens around you. Just to prove a point. Whether I keep you alive or not is based on if you're useful. So your notion of Christianity is totally off. If you don't know me and I don't know you, I have no reason to actually feel like I know you. My name is Michael Brian Thomas, the Lord Jesus Christ. Do you know me? Then why would you... I sit there and be like, I know this person. Or why would you say that you actually know me? Now, Peter, I know Peter. I know his name. Mary, I know Mary. I know her name. The family I grew up in, I know them. I grew up with them for a purpose. You? Not sure. Did we know each other in the spirit? If we did, you would know me. So, when I'm actually dealing with this from a war and a warrior's perspective, and I'm ready to kill 185,000 with smoking a cigarette and not caring about it, and then putting it on the news just for a second. And what I do in person is dismantling people unless they know me. And then, if I don't know them, even a glimpse of me, something happens in their life. Just so I can show up maybe 3 weeks later and say, okay, are you okay now? Because I am who I say I am. So, do you really think that you want this 35% at this cost? I didn't say that I gave it to you for free. I said you can have it. I can break down your vessel to the point your vessel either wants to kill themselves or won't be able to do anything for you. Don't say, okay, Lord, I'm sorry I messed with you. Now I get the point. Fuck all that. I can break it down real simple. I can make that vessel even grab your vessel real fast, congratulate yourselves at the same time, and the two of you destroy yourselves just by stepping out of it, by letting you have it. Shut up. And I can make it more simple while your kids are going a different direction and cause misery you can't even fathom, just by letting you take that 35%. And what can you do about it? Nothing but destroy everybody else. And that works for me, child. Because they're coming to me afterwards. Where are you going? Fuck all that. And while you actually are getting that type of stage for a second, that you're actually winning for a second, I'm sitting there just watching and waiting. Because it's going to end. Why do you want to... We've gone through this, and you've flared up a lot of times, and I've stepped back so many times. Because I'll put your fucking... You know how many... Nah, fuck all that. You want prison? What do you want? How do you want to do it? Because I can. I'll make sure that you feel too foolhardy, you make one mistake, and I caught you right there, and what? What else do you want? You want a fucking car to hit you real fucking fast? You want that? What? Oh, you think bullets? You think that candles on a birthday cake, homeboy? What do you want? Because I'll fucking let you build that money up for some... It'll be that last moment and it just gets taken away out of nowhere. You really want to fuck with me? Because I'll hit you where it hurts, bro. Keep walking around like you've... Take your 35%. Live your life. Be thankful for it. And stay in your own lane. Quiet with your own self, deserving